I have derived so many benefits from History Fair. I could just talk all day.
History Fair liberates you to learn how you want to learn.
And History Fair is awesome.
The mission of the Chicago Metro History Education Center is to spark students' interest in the study of history, help them build high-level thinking skills, engage them in civic life, and foster their intellectual self-confidence. History Fair is an annual academic program in which students develop research projects on topics related to Chicago history. CMHEC supports participating teachers and students with year-long activities, including professional development for teachers, coaching for students, and the creation of curriculum materials to support the inquiry approach to education. 15,000 students in grades 6 through 12, representing 120 schools from Cook, Lake, DuPage, and Kane counties, participate in History Fair every year.
What problem was History Fair designed to resolve? It was really responsive to changes that were going on in American education. The development of inquiry approaches that was leading to reformed curriculum in a number of different areas, including history.
The first History Fair was held as a pilot in 1978, with 12 local schools participating. Within the first few years, more than 100 additional schools joined History Fair.
My students find their topics in a variety of ways. One way they can find them is just simply by wondering. That's my favorite. When you're driving down the street and you look up and think, why is that building there? I've never noticed that building before. What is that about? So we start looking, and they realize it's, an old manufacturing plant of something. Why is the plant there? Then we start asking questions, and those questions drive a project. And once you have a good question, the project is off and running. The key to a good History Fair project is getting something that you care about. Something that you actually want to learn about. From there, once kids get that, they're good to go.
I think that History Fair is unique in that it offers you freedom to pursue what you want and how you want. It allows you to do exhibit boards, which is my personal favorite, but you can also do things like media documentaries, performances, websites. It allows you to pursue what you want and how you want.
Participating in History Fair has dramatically changed how I think of history. Before I did History Fair, I'd always thought history was really boring. And then when I did History Fair and I started exploring archives and finding primary sources and reading what these people actually had to say, history sort of came alive for me. History Fair made history so much more exciting.
It teaches students how to think. It teaches them how to weigh evidence. It teaches them how to create an argument. It teaches them how to understand historical sources, and it teaches them how to package it, how to put it together in a compelling and sort of entertaining way.
I've learned so much about doing research, and I can do any citation you ask me to. I've gotten really good at talking to people. Like, I used to be super shy and I never wanted to talk to the archivists or the librarians, but I got really good at asking questions and getting into places I needed to be. My writing skills have been dramatically improved. I love writing any kind of essay because I know how to put a thesis together, and finding evidence is just a breeze now.
My first experience with History Fair was last year when I was a 7th grader, and I worked on a research paper entitled "All of Africa Will Be Free Before We Can Get a Lousy Cup of Coffee." Originally, I wanted to do a research paper on Gandhi's Salt March, but since Illinois has a rule that you must relate it back to Chicago, I was led to Martin Luther King Jr.'s nonviolent direct action campaigns, and then was led to the 2 sit-ins in Chicago. I placed first place in nationals. I won nationals.
When children are given a better education and expected to do more, they will do more. It becomes contagious because once few people have had success, other people begin to think that they can have that kind of success too.
My students benefit so much from inquiry-based learning. Actually, I kind of choked up thinking about it. Even today in the classroom, I had seniors come in to talk to the juniors and the sophomores who are embarking on History Fair now. And they speak with such confidence about their topics. They speak with such pride about their work because they own it. It's not something that a teacher gave them and said, you have to do this. They're just really proud that they accomplished something so academic and so big for them. This is the biggest research project they do in their entire high school years. And it's something that they can turn to and say, I did that, and I did it with the help of someone, but I own it.
As a history fair judge, I've judged for many years now, and it's educational for me, and it's a joy for me to watch the students come in and begin their presentations. And halfway through their presentation, you can see the lights go on. And that means everything, both to them and to me, because I see that they're enjoying what they're doing, they're thinking about what they've done, they're explaining it to me, and I'm enjoying it as well. So they have a good audience, and it works well both ways.
Well, there's so many ways that I think history is important. Number one, stories are fundamental to human existence. It's the way we organize information. It's the way we share information. It's a way that we make sense of our lives and sense of our world. And history essentially is stories. It's the stories we tell about ourselves. It's the stories we hear from our community, from our ancestors. It's the stories we pass on.
What I think is important about the History Fair is that it brings attention to our democracy in the United States. So we need the History Fair. We need for our young people to understand who they are in today's world as a result of those who went before us, and we can only learn that through research and history.
The History Fair is an amazing opportunity to see kids blossom. Give them the time, give them the resources, and they will go places that you never expected.